Hi guys, it's Francis and Ed again. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you have been enjoying weekend Friday so far. Tonight I like to make another video regarding the affairs of AMG Toes, or Midgo. Recently I haven't got much contact with my friends in Australia, and though not in terms of vocal contact, speaking over the phone, face to face, having chinwags via a video chat, thus I'm feeling a bit of lonely. So I then figured if making another YouTube video clip can somehow comfort me, then so be it. In fact, I am glad that you guys are supporting me so much, and giving me so many likes, and some of you guys even post lots of warm and kind comments. As both a new and a pretty old YouTuber, I here sincerely express my gratitude to you guys, whoever liked my most recent video clips. I here bow to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Without you guys, I couldn't have gone this far. Of course, first of all, we need to thank God that God, as He still allows me to make this video clip and to circumvent the Great Firewall of China, and without having to get me arrested or thrown into jail or whatever, But since the current Chinese regime now tends to get very somewhat tolerant of circumvention of their Great Firewalls, and I don't actually risk a lot while I circumvent the Great Firewall and post my video clips onto YouTube. Besides, most of my video clips don't contain or involve much of the sensitive and political contents or commentaries. So I guess that's why I am still here, sitting my asses tight on the chair, making another video clip to you guys. Regardless, this question is irrelevant. This topic is quite irrelevant to the video clip I'm trying to make here. So back to the main theme of this video clip. Tonight I like to share some of thoughts regarding MGTOW MGTOW decision making skills with you guys. When it comes to decision making, probably the very first thing that comes to your mind is the repercussions, the consequences of each possible choices you were going to make. In general, there's a saying that we have to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I do have to agree to this saying. Because this year, year 2017, I do have experienced a lot, though I usually spend my time indoors. I don't actually, force myself to interact with my fellow Chinese friends or my, Chinese peers. Despite the fact that it's been long since I made my departure from Sydney, Australia. It is still sad. It is still quite saddening, and the agony, the sense of guilt, this sense of feeling of defeat and failure still haunts me. The feeling, that shitty feeling, is still raw. It still feels raw on me, on my body, on my mind, both. So I do really carry the responsibility to spread the message, and to make this video, to spread the message with you guys, regarding a wise and competent decision-making process. So I have, when it comes to decision-making, I've also read lots of books, not a lot, but several books regarding career success, entrepreneurship, financial freedom, such as Rich Dad and Poor Dad: The Magic of Thinking Big, written by David Schwartz. These two books, they still fail to address the essence, the very nature of each decision that was made. Such as why such person took such action, why such person, no matter the gender, said those things, or responded to a particular stimuli in such fashion. It still doesn't quite address those issues, and they still don't quite answer my questions I have for them. Though we still can't ask too much, from these books, since these books are, they are still way too general. They are still not sufficiently specific to address all kinds of specific inquiries and problems and questions, etc., that may occur to you. Everyone is pretty much the same, and yet everyone is pretty much unique in their own ways. So it still sounds like a paradox to me. I still can't actually explain the whole thing and the entire picture, but I can still at least give you guys some ideas of the overall big picture. I can actually sense which way the wind is blowing, or because now I still have my access to a relatively uncensored and free internet, thanks to various circumvention tools, no matter free or paid, and thanks to God primarily, and thanks to those tools, and thanks to lots of friendship I managed to forge in Sydney, Australia, and those friends of mine, they kindly and they kindly and enthusiastically provided me with lots of circumvention tools. They paid. One friend of mine actually paid for that circumvention tool, and he was quite willing to share that tool with me. So I'm really grateful. I am really grateful for that. But yeah, I will make another prayer video regarding those friends of mine, and those people that I think I should, I'm supposed to make a prayer for those, for Europe, for Japan, even for ISIS, But yeah, decision making. I suppose in order to do well, to make a decision more wisely and better, is first of all we need to actually have a simulated environment to carry various actions, various choices, and various scenarios. One of the phenomena I actually noticed of a phenomena that lots of Chinese international students, they actually, they proactively, send, or I should say, they exile themselves they exiled themselves to to Australia, and most of them actually tend to choose Sydney. It's because of the University of Sydney's extravagant reputation, and despite the fact it charges an exorbitant amount of tuition fee, even in regards to domestic Aussie and New Zealanders, Kiwi students. Despite all these facts, despite the fact that University of Sydney does not necessarily possess the capability and the quality of teaching to teach, to train up those natively talented individuals to their career success or other, financial stability, financial freedom, etc. Other, competencies. Lots, just a nefarious, a terribly vast number of Chinese students still tend to flock there at the University of Sydney, and for those who actually can't get a sufficiently high score or grades for during high school, they just chose to go to the University of New South Wales or UTS, University of Technology, Sydney. Despite all of this, I think why they make such let's call it a swarm effect. A certain group of people, they make a certain type of decision. They tend to follow the crowds. They tend to, they just tend to do as the Romans do. Those sayings. Those ancient idioms. You get what I'm trying to say here. So I think a competent and thoughtful decision-making process really plays a huge and significant role in your future career success, your future marriage and dating success. Every day we pretty much make lots of decisions from as big as which school or which college, which uni we choose to go to, or from trivial things to things as trivial as what should we what we should eat for dinner, what we should play for which video game we should play before dinner and sleep. Lots of decisions we tend to make during even one single day. So just ponder about the vast numbers of decisions we just have to make, and the vast numbers of problems and mistakes that are derived from those decision making processes. So it really astonished me that how prone we are to making a poor and to making a poor decision and to making a grave mistake. And in turn, as a MGTOW, no matter how long you have considered yourself as a MGTOW, we still cannot actually utterly and totally avoid all this the poorly made decisions. Still, we can train ourselves up to face the outcomes, the unpleasant outcomes, the repercussions. That's what I think. And yes, like I said, we need to have some sort of simulated testing environment before we make such decision. Or even if we don't, we can try our best to create a simulated environment and make it as simulated as possible, and make it as in close emulations, or to the practical and empirical scenarios as much as we can. Yeah. So what about other methods to train yourself up for better decision making? Although it may seem like a good idea, to consult with the people you respect and admire, or those people whom you think they possess the experiences to guide you, to illuminate you, along those paths which you were about to choose. I can tell for certain that it doesn't usually work, though sometimes it does work. But let's say, for example, when you apply for a visa and you are not sure of its possible, you are not sure of its final outcome that is most likely to occur to you. Let's say when you apply for a visa, let's say 457 visa, subclass 457 visa, temporary work visa to work temporarily in Australia within a a company, whichever agrees to sponsor you. Yes, that one. There is actually a page, a web page checking. You can use this web page to examine and study those past cases, regardless of its outcome, regardless of whether the visa got approved, or the appeal against the visa rejection case got rejected by the administrative tribunal. Anyway, I will give you the link and see those things yourself. So as for the alternative methods to train yourself up for better decision making, no matter you are an MGTOW or otherwise, in order to know more, please feel free to make your comments, post your comments below this video clip, and share this video, spread the message. And I shall see you on the next video on YouTube. So enjoy Friday, God bless, stay awesome, stay tuned, and bye bye. I'm your host, Francis Nded. See you next time.